Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English News of Bình Phước radio, television stations, and newspaper. I'm Hưng Kết, and now let's take a look at our headlines. Enhancing responsibility of business organization and individual towards consumers. Attracting investment to Minh Citys Industrial Park. About 40,000 Vietnamese go abroad to study this year. Ladies and gentlemen, under Plan number 331 on implementing the law on consumer protection in Bình Phước Province, the Provincial People Committee affirmed that education and dissemination activity on the law and professional training on consumer right protection will contribute to helping consumers understand their rights and obligations and responsibility of business organizations and individuals toward them, thus strengthening consumer right protection by local agencies and organizations.
To achieve its goal, the Provincial People's Committee has assigned departments, agencies, and people's committees in districts, towns, and cities to implement 3 key measures, including conferences and in-depth training on the law on consumer rights protection and legal documents detailing the law and related legal documents. They're also requested to review legal documents and instructions from ministries, agencies, and localities on the protection of consumer rights and develop and introduce regulations on coordination between state management agencies on protecting consumer rights in the province.
Hớn Quản district's economic structure has been shifting from agriculture to industrial development, and it is now home to 3 industrial parks on an area of nearly 863 hectares. Of this, the Minh Citys Industrial Park is becoming a bright spot in attracting investment thanks to its convenient location, infrastructure, and legal procedure.
The Minh Citys Industrial Park has a total area of 1,400 hectares, with its first phase sitting on 655 hectares. Though it has only welcomed investors since 2019, half of its area has been leased, with 39 investors and total capital of over $1 billion. There have regularly been new projects put into operation in the industrial park over recent years. Most recently, in September, the Bình Phước Provincial People's Committee granted an investment certificate to the Hau Vietnam Tire Factory project on an area of 43 hectares and with total capital of $500 million, the largest project in Bình Phước to date. Previously, the Jaffa Coffee Vietnam Company Limited chose the Minh Citys Industrial Park for the construction of a chain of animal feed production plants and the Jaffa Bình Phước Poultry Slaughterhouse. Last May, the company put 2 plants into operation with investment of about 400 million Vietnam dong each in the first phase. In August, the Chen Khai Precision Industrial Company Limited put into operation a factory specializing in manufacturing and processing all types of mechanical shops for export, with total investment of $20 million. As of the middle of 2020-2025 period, Hớn Quản District's industrial and construction production value had reached 1120 billion Vietnam dong. In the first 9 months of this year, the figure stood at 790 billion Vietnam dong. Effective investment attraction has contributed to helping Hớn Quản successfully implement its tasks and targets.
The world of natural plants contains many wonderful things, and one that many people spend time learning about is mutant plants and leaves. With a unique beauty, mutant trees like impress many people in Bình Phước Province, including young people.
Collecting mutant ornamental plants for more than 3 years, Nguyễn Tiến Tuấn has built a small garden with more than 100 types of plants with different leaf mutation rates, from vines to aqua. There are also other mutant leaf-eating and fruit-eating ornamental plants, such as laksa leaves, piper lolo leaves, lemons, and oranges, making the garden more beautiful and unique. There are currently about 30 people in Bình Phước who are passionate about collecting and growing mutant plants. They meet frequently to learn more about care of the plants and leaves exchange seedlings, and preserve exotic genetic resources. This not only satisfies their passion but also spreads a love for nature and contributes to preserving and protecting precious genetic resources.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính on November the 4th chaired a regular meeting between cabinet members. More detail in following report.
The participants focused the discussion on several key issues, including salary reform, disbursement of public investment capital, and the 3 national target programs. They also looked into stepping up the progress of key works, attracting foreign tourists to Vietnam, and stimulating innovation and administrative reform. To strongly step up driving forces of growth for the remaining months of this year, Prime Minister Chính called for improving the efficiency of state-owned investment capital. Additionally, there should be innovative measures to attract investment from the entire society, with a particular focus on selectively choosing FDI in large-scale and high-tech projects, he added. The government leader also underlined the importance of expediting the disbursement of public investment capital. The target is to achieve a disbursement rate of at least 95% of the 2023 capital plan and complete the approval of planning by the end of this year. Ministers and heads of sectors were also urged to raise their sense of responsibility and focus on performing essential tasks, thereby contributing to meeting the yearly targets.
Among the 1,300 European businesses inquiring about the investment climate in Vietnam, up to 63% listed the country among the top 10 destinations for foreign direct investment firms.
A number of giant multinationals have also been present in Vietnam, including Apple, Nike, Morgan Stanley, Intel, and Google, among others. During the 10 months, 108 countries and territories poured money into Vietnam. Singapore topped the list with nearly $4.65 billion. It was followed by the Republic of Korea and Hong Kong, China. Meanwhile, China took the lead in the number of new projects, which accounted for nearly 22%, and the Republic of Korea ranked first in terms of the projects with additional capital and capital contribution, and share purchasing transactions. Of the 55 provinces and cities recording FDI inflows, Quang attracted the most capital. Haiphong City stood second, followed by Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Bắc Giang Province.
Around 40,000 Vietnamese people go abroad to study each year, a 2.5-fold increase compared to the figure before 2013, according to the International Cooperation Department under the Ministry of Education and Training.
There are currently nearly 200,000 Vietnamese students learning abroad at the high school, university and postgraduate levels. Top destinations for Vietnamese students include Europe, Japan, the Republic of Korea, Australia, the United States and Canada. Meanwhile, the number of foreign students in Vietnam has also increased in the past decade, reaching around 22,000 at present, of whom nearly 4,000 come to Vietnam under signed agreements. The department said, in the past 10 years, the Ministry of Education and Training has signed 161 international treaties and agreements. In the period, there have been over 3,500 memoranda of understanding and agreements on cooperation in training, scientific research, and student and lecturer exchanges, signed between Vietnamese and foreign educational institutions. As of June 2023, 44 Vietnamese higher education institutions had 408 joint training programs, with 102 educational institutions of 26 countries and territories.
Many travel firms and shopping centers in Ho Chi Minh City are gearing up for the year's end shopping and entertainment seasons.
From now until the end of the year, Ho Chi Minh City's tourism industry will focus on strengthening the tourism promotion and advertising activities of provinces and cities, especially some countries in the region and around the world. It will also focus on its strengths for the year-end tourism season and festivals welcoming the new year of 2024. Besides, the city's tourism industry is concentrating on renewing and promoting Vietnam's tourism to lure more high-spending tourist groups. The Department of Planning and Investment of Ho Chi Minh City reported that in the first 9 months of this year, the southern metropolis welcomed 27 million domestic visitors and 3.5 million foreign tourists, up nearly 25% year-on-year, and earned some $5.16 billion from the sector, a rise of 35.8%.
And that is for this edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.